October 22nd, 2020 review. So number 1, rewrite the difference of these numbers as the product of their greatest common factor and another difference. So we have these two numbers here, 35 and 10, and it's 35 minus 10. So we are going to rewrite this using the distributive property. We know how to do this because we're also going to use our greatest common factor. So the GCF, greatest common factor, what we're going to do is find the greatest common factor of 35 and 10. All right, so we're going to do our factor trees. So we have 35, and then we have 10. And then we are going to use our factor trees here, and we are going to factor them down and break them down. All right, now we have 35. Well, what times what equals 35 other than 1 and 35? So I know 7 times 5 equals 35. So I have 7 times 5, that equals 35. Can I break either of those down anymore? No, because they're both prime numbers. Remember, a prime number only has two factors, one in itself. So prime number, you cannot break it down. So our prime factorization of 35 is going to be, in order from least to greatest, 5 times 7. Let's take a look at 10, the prime factorization of 10. So if we do this, we are going to have this 10. And what times what equals 10? Not 5 times 5, that's 25. 5 times 2. Yeah, 5 times 2 equals 10. So, look, we've got another 5. We can circle that because the only two factors are 1 in itself, so it's a prime number. Same with 2. We can't break it down. So, our prime factorization of 10, in order from least to greatest, is 2 times 5. Now, what do they share? So let's match our socks here. What do they share? Do they share a 2? No. Do they share a 5? Yeah, they share a 5. So I'm going to highlight that. Do they share anything else? Do they share a 7? No. So the only number they share is a 5. So we don't need to multiply by anything. Our greatest common factor is just going to be 5. That's it. All right, so this greatest common factor, remember, we are going to put this in front of the parentheses, as well as we're going to put it inside the first part of each parentheses. So that it's going to be that first term in each of the parentheses. If this wants to come to the front, that would be great. Okay. Doop. There we go. All right, so now we can say, okay, so 5 times what equals 35? So if we have that 35, 5 times what equals 35? Well, I know that 5 times 7 is 35. So I'm going to put 7 here, and I'm going to put 7 here, down here in these parentheses. Now, let's take a look at 10. Oh, I did do something wrong here too. What else should I look at? We need to check the middle symbol. So this middle symbol is a subtraction. So we are going to keep that subtraction sign. So it's not going to be addition here. It is going to be subtraction. So that's one thing we need to pay attention to. So we are going to have that minus in there. But now we have a 10. So that 10, 5 times what equals 10? 5 times what equals 10? Well, I know 5 times 2 equals 10. So I'm going to put that 2 here. And I'm also going to put that 2 down here. So here's our answer. 5 times that quantity of 7 minus 2 and quantity. That's it. That's our answer. You can circle it if you want. You don't have to, but this is our answer. And we broke it down. We put that greatest common factor in the front, and we have the distributive property being represented after it. All right, great job.